I'm gonna, I mean, the majority of you already knew or already know, but I'm just gonna give a brief. So this is the building Oyoun, which we took over in 2020 in Berlin, Germany. It's in a working class neighborhood of Neukölln. It's state-owned, and it was there was a public tender in 2019 where the senator that was a leftist or run by a leftist party had looked for something that was young, radical, queer, migrant-led, and now new elections came up last year in April, May, and everything kind of changed from there. So we're being evicted. The funding is cut by last December, so we have not been paid since January. We're still in the building, and we are fighting in court against them and against their decision because we had a legally binding funding confirmation until the end of 25. This is only, I mean, while we are considered a grassroots movement because we are predominantly QT, BIPOC, queer, trans, Black, Indigenous, and people of color running the space, being in the space, creating space, doing events, etc. It seems to be kind of like a blueprint for whatever may come in the future. And I'm speaking of like the political discourses and the developments in Berlin and Germany. So we are the first institution that has been defunded, but there have been a lot of cancellations. And I've mentioned that yesterday that there's I mean, I can speak very briefly and then I will show a 3-minute video and then we can wrap it up pretty much. So there was a massive phenomenon went viral on media about the secret plan between politicians and corporates and also people that run cultural institutions. They had a master plan, they call, where they would remigrate 2 million people, so basically deport 2 million people out of Germany, and they want to increase that number to 12 million. And when they were discussing where to deport them to, they were suggesting North Africa because there's a lot of space for everyone. And these would also include people that have a German passport, that received the German passport later on, maybe like in their teenage years. And someone reacted to it, created a movie with AI to show how Germany would look like if that plan was being put in place. And maybe one step back, after that plan was exposed and leaked to the public, which was shout out to the Corrective Collective, which is a collective of investigative journalists against basically the movement to authoritarianism in Germany. They had the head of the party and the head of this whole secret meeting in Potsdam on public TV, and he said, this was not a master plan, it's a promise.